Okay, welcome back to the tutorial. So in the previous tutorial, we started refining our battle sequence here. We shut down a lot of our trigger variables, so Bob can no longer shoot, and the enemy NPC no longer just runs right after you. So let's keep going here. We're kind of working on our cutscene here that's going to let the user know that this enemy NPC wants to battle you, actually. So let's go ahead and let's start getting that cutscene going. Let's remind ourselves first of our cutscene variables. So we've got, in our load game, we've got cutscene goon1.start, complete, and dialogue count. We'll be using all three here. And we have to figure out our trigger point for when we want to set this equal to 1 to run our actual cutscene code here. So I guess it depends on how we want to do this. We could trigger this a few ways. We could try to trigger it as soon as Bob walks into the room. That might not be a bad entry point. That might not be a bad entry point here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to our basic Kingdom Room code. And you'll see we have at the beginning of the scene here, so it runs through these. What we can do is we can further sort of branch these off by adding another sub-event below here and saying if current room, this code right here, let's copy Kingdom Rooms current room is equal to 0, right, which is the start of our game. Let's move these here. And then we can say if, let's copy this, paste it, and say if current room is equal to 1, we could have something else happen, but not this obviously, so let's delete these. And then we can say if copy and paste current room is equal to 2, we can check for this cutscene that we're creating right now. So let's do a sub-event below, and let's double check to make sure that we need this cutscene to run by familiarizing ourselves with another variable that we need to know, which is battle.goon1. This is, remember, is going to regulate whether or not we need to run this battle at all. So let's go ahead and let's use this to say if battle, variable here, battle.goon1 equals 1, then we need to run our if battle.goon1 is equal to 1 and our trigger variable, which is global variable cutscene goon1.start equals 0. So if this is all true, then we're going to start running our cutscene by setting this equal to 1. So we'll trigger our code, cutscene code, by saying cutscene goon1.start equals 1. All right. So we've got our way into our cutscene here. Let's say the value of our global variable cutscene goon1.start equals 1. What are we going to do? Some stuff. Let's add a sub-event. There are 2 sub-events actually, because we also need our way out of this cutscene. We don't quite know when that's going to end just yet though, right? So let's do this. Let's start running a quick test here by doing a stop Bob. Remember that one? Let's maybe familiarize ourselves with that first by going to load game. Let's see, where did we do that? It's under game management. Is that it? Game manager here. Stop Bob. There it is. So let's do a stop Bob here for a second, so that we know that this has been actually triggered. And I already forgot the name of the variable. gmanager.stopBob. There we go. Global variable .stopBob is equal to 1. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, it's still running our opening code. That's nice. Let's get out of here. We'll go to Kingdom Room 2. And Bob should stop in his tracks. Oh. So what went wrong? Let's take a look. So if Kingdom Room current room equals 2, it just does this. It never actually, I think, lifts this fade my screen code. So maybe what we need to do is we need to copy this, copy that code, and add it here. Where did it go? Here we go. Let's move this down to here, right? Because start of game is over now at this point. We'll do that. Let's move this underneath here. Let's see if that fixes it. And then we'll talk maybe a little bit about why that happened and how we fixed it here. Okay. Good. Yep, that worked. Bob is now in stop mode. I can't stop him here. I can't move him, I mean. So let's take a quick look and see what we did. So once we run our start of game code here, we never need to run it again, but we still need to run our fade my screen code. So this runs the fade my screen code first, runs through it, and then hits this part here, which is what we need to sort of stop Bob. Let's see, what else do we need to do here? Let's check our Bob code here. Where is our Bob code? There's our Bob EEs. There we go. Wait, where did it just go? There we go, player Bob. So if stop Bob is equal to 0, we let him do all this. If stop Bob is equal to 1, we do that. Let's see if there's anything we're missing here. Okay, we check for fade, rotate Bob, move Bob off bed. That's fine. For some reason, Bob was still animating, which is interesting. Ignore default controls for Bob, yes. I'm going to try adding an animation here. Change the animation of Bob equal to, I think it's 0 is the main one for Bob. Let's see here. Yeah, animation 0 is idle Bob. That's what we want. Let's see if that fixed it, because I saw Bob's eyes were just continually blinking here, and I don't want that to happen. And that's because we were holding the up key when the screen opened up, so it just sort of got stuck in perpetual walking animation. Let's see if that fixes it here. Yep. Okay, good. So Bob has officially stopped. We can then make this cutscene happen however we want. We can make Bob walk up a little bit until he's at the equal X plane as our goon here, right? And then turn and come over here and they can interact with each other. That sounds kind of fun, so maybe we'll try to do that. Let's see, cutscene 1. Stop Bob, right? And then we'll start a timer. Remember to do this, we need to do a start or reset timer. I'm going to call this one cutscene goon 1, and then I'm going to say dot move Bob up. And what is cutscene? What is this going to do? Let's set that up. Value of a scene timer. Cutscene goon 1 dot move Bob up. Whoops, sorry about that. I did this in reverse. Let's put this in quotation marks. Okay, and time in seconds. Yeah, let's just keep it 1 for right now. Let's see how that works. Okay, so if it's greater than 1 second, and also Bob is not, let's see, position of distance between 2 objects. We want to compare the y value, right? That's the up and down value. We want to compare the y value of 2 objects. Bob is less than or equal to, must enter a number, y position. We want the y position of the goon. Let's see. This y position. In this case, it's the goon. Okay. That's minus 1 from Bob. So movement object. Let's see. Position. Y position of an object. Bob. Add. Let's do 10 for now. And we always want to update Bob pos x as well. So the variable Bob position y, is going to be equal to Bob.y. And then I think we have to reset the timer. Or maybe it's pause, cutscene, goon1 dot move Bob up. You know what? Let's bring up our cutscene from, where is it? Cutscene opening scene, right? Where we move Bob. So move Bob off bed. The timer move Bob off bed is greater than 1 second. We do this. All right, let's see how we did here. Okay, he's not moving, and I wonder if that's because set the timer. Let's see the cutscene opening scene again. Unpause, rotate Bob. Okay. Yeah, something's not right here. I think this needs to be in quotation marks. Is that it? Yeah, that might be the case. It might have been that there was an error on my part in not having quotation marks there. Whew, game programming is a lot of work, isn't it? It's a lot of tedious work just to make one thing happen on the screen. Okay, we're still not going. So something's not triggering in terms of the cutscene here. Unpause timer, rotate. Let's try this. Unpause timer. And then let's do rotate Bob head. Right? That's right. Okay, unpause timer, move Bob up. Oh, it's less than. Oh, geez. Is greater than or equal to. Bob's Y position when he's underneath here is greater than the Y position of the goon who's up here. Do plus 10 or do we want to do minus 10? It's minus 10, I believe. Subtract 10 to move Bob up. Oh boy. Alright. Let's see if that was the case. And I just kind of messed up the logic a little bit. You might have caught that again before I did. If you did, good for you. If not, pay attention. No, I'm kidding. Alright, so that did not stop Bob fast enough here. Alright, well that did work. It just went a little bit too fast. So let's just minus 1 and let's slow this timer down a little bit because we want Bob to get a nice we want a nice slow crawl up, you know, as if Bob's pretty awesome. Let's try this one more time and then I think we'll stop there for right now. We'll continue on in the next one. Oh, jeez. You get the idea here. Minus 1, that should be probably plenty. I don't think that that still might be too slow. If so, maybe 2 or 3 is the right sort of thing here. Remember, since you're storyboarding here, it goes as fast or as slow as you want it to storyboard. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And then what we'll do is we'll have Bob just rotate toward the other character. But I think we did a lot right now, so I'm actually going to stop there, and we'll continue to storyboard after this. We'll start working on the dialogue as well.